Make no mistake, Todd Blanche has no intention of stopping Trump's corruption. He spent his career enabling it. Instead of seeing Todd Blanche's so-called deal for the sham that it is, Senate Republicans are once again taking Trump's personal attorney at his word. All Blanche's deal does is accept the reality that Trump's MAGA slush fund is never getting through the courts. Blanche's so-called deal does nothing to stop the IRS sweetheart deal that lets the Trump and his family cheat their way out of tens of millions of dollars in taxes. Let me repeat that. Blanche is still perfectly fine with giving Trump a permission slip to commit tax fraud to the tune of tens of millions of dollars. Is the Senate GOP willing to go along with Trump's tax fraud? Blanche certainly is. Senate Republicans keep pretending that Blanche made real concessions on the slush fund. The truth is, he just gave up a fight he had already lost in court. And there's no guardrail preventing Trump and Blanche from using taxpayer dollars to give cash payouts to violent January 6th insurrectionists, MAGA billionaires, and the Trump family. Trump won't even hide his intention to resurrect his MAGA cash rewards program. Just last night, Trump said, quote, "A lot of people like the slush fund." That was his words. He said it. He said it would be reimbursement for the pain that January 6 insurrectionists suffered. Where's the reimbursement for the economic pain Trump has inflicted on the American people with his rampant corruption, his disastrous agenda? No one wants this slush fund other than Trump and his cronies. There's never been a more clear-cut case of self-dealing in American history. Trump sued himself, settled with himself, and then gave himself tax immunity for life and $2 billion to either pocket, in his own pocket from the federal treasury, or pass out to bad people, all at the taxpayer's expense. Senate Republicans, if you truly care about ending this corruption, then work with us to ban it by law. Don't put the architect of Trump's grifts in charge of the Department of Justice. Now on the pardons bill. Justice is supposed to be blind. Under Donald Trump, justice is for sale. Today I'm introducing legislation with Senators Blumenthal, Hirono, Cortez Masto, and Schiff to stop Trump from abusing his pardon power for personal gain. Our No Payoff for Pardons Act will expose, deter, and prosecute corrupt pardons. Trump sees his pardon power as just another opportunity for grift, for graft, for personal profit. The only thing Trump cares about when granting clemency is how much money you have and where your loyalties lie. Trump has wiped out the slate clean for thousands of January 6 insurrectionists, Medicare fraudsters, white-collar criminals, and the other crooks convicted of swindling the American people. The American people always pay the price for Trump's corruption. Pardons are no exception. Trump's pardons have wiped out nearly $2 billion in repayments owed to the victims of these crimes, and it's the same old grift. Trump picks the pocket of law-abiding Americans to enrich criminals, his cronies, himself. In Trump's America, if you have enough money, or if you have the president's ear, then you're above the law. Our bill reaffirms that federal bribery laws apply to the president and that trying to buy your way out of a prison cell is a crime itself. Our legislation would also require anyone who receives a pardon to disclose financial gifts they made in connection with their clemency. We need to bring these corrupt pardons out of the shadows and into the light so that we can stop them once and for all. Finally, on the CR, Senate Democrats have been crystal clear. We want to fund the government, avoid a shutdown, and pass strong bipartisan appropriations bills that deliver for the American people. The CR released yesterday is a responsible pathway to do just that. The bill allows us to continue negotiating a budget that won't leave working families behind. I applaud Senator Murray for her tireless work and her success in preventing Trump's dangerous efforts to politicize federal grants from taking effect as we fight to block it altogether. Throughout these negotiations, Senate Democrats are fighting for the American people. We will continue fighting for a budget that helps Americans get ahead and thwarts Trump's corrupt, costly, and chaotic agenda that is stretching Americans thin. I yield the floor. Note the absence of a quorum.